Make sure to check out my Patreon for exclusive videos never before seen on YouTube. And don't forget to also check out the memberships on my channel page to join and gain access to perks and see videos early. Make sure to click the subscribe button and hit the bell and be notified of new videos. All the support goes to the production of the channel for better content. Now let's get into the video. Real quick shout out to all the members that are there on the stream. Go check them out, go give them a like, subscribe, show them some love and support. Also, if this video gets over 250 likes, I shall continue the series. Thank you all for the support. Let's hit 20,000 subscribers, and I will talk to you all later. Our story last kicked off with Goku having a legendary battle with Beerus. Now, we also ended the resurrection of F, obviously of Frieza. Now, right after that, a lot of things will be changing here. Now, looking at the fact for the Universe 6, most of the fighting would happen the same, with, I believe, the only difference here is that Goku would not get poisoned. But you could argue, even though he's immortal, that you could argue that the poison would still affect him, so he would still get a little bit drowsy and he'll be knocked off, but the poison was not lethal anyway. So most of the fighting would happen the same, obviously. The only difference here is that some of the Z fighters are stronger than the original. But I do feel like Hit would still beat Vegeta, as Vegeta was not used to, his power. And also, Super Saiyan Blue destroys your power. So if you go in and out of the form, you can only use 1/3 of it, stated by Whis. So Vegeta either way would still lose against Hit. Now once when Goku fights Hit, some difference is going to be happening here. Any damage that Hit does to Goku, Goku would keep getting back up. So a lot of the fighting would pretty much go the same once when Goku figures it out. He'll go Super Saiyan Blue, and he'll also showcase Kaioken on top of that. Once when that's the case, Hit would still most likely lose. Why? Because the Kaioken does not destroy his body. So, Goku can continue climbing to higher heights, plus, Goku here is far more powerful. It would still be a really good fight, but sadly, Goku is far too powerful for Hit, and Hit would lose. Now, once when we do go into the other little arcs back and forth, the main one that we do want to look at is the Goku Black arc. Trunks would still show up the same as before, Goku would still have his body taken over. The only difference here is that Goku Black is immortal. He cannot receive any damage or etc. Now Zamasu would still become immortal himself as well, as we know that. Now, most of the events would happen the same, with Goku meeting Goku Black, having a little fight. Trunks would obviously survive and meet them. Most of that would happen the same. The only difference is when they go to pretty much the future for the first time. Once when that's the case, Goku Black was there, and then obviously Zamasu showed himself, as we all know. And he was immortal as well. The difference here is that Trunks be fighting Zamasu alongside Vegeta, and of course Goku be fighting Goku Black. Now here, Goku would actually overpower Goku Black. Here's why. Because Goku has Kaioken. Remember, Goku Black does not know of Kaioken. That is a technique. That's not a power that's within him. It's a technique. And he doesn't know that technique. So, yeah, he would not be able to beat Goku, and it'll honestly just be a trading back and forth. Now, by the way, Goku still met ZENO, and he still had the ZENO button. All that happens the same. Now, most fighting would pretty much do the exact same, to where you could argue about how they would fuse and emerge Zamasu. The only difference being is that they're fully immortal. So you would definitely have a pretty cool fight, especially having obviously Goku fighting Merge Zamasu. You could see Goku, and just for fun, will incorporate perfected Super Saiyan Blue, as this is a different version of Kaioken, but of course this is a lot more taxing on the body, but Goku can handle it. Goku can stay in the form for as long as he wants, as it's not destroying his body, but of course he's regenerating it back instantly. So Goku would begin his fight with Merge Zamasu, trading blows back and forth, and of course Goku would begin to overpower him, but as you guys know, it's back and forth, but Goku's getting stronger. As he's constantly healing from the damage that he's receiving, he's constantly getting stronger. Now Goku wants to try something. He would then try the Hakai technique, which he would have enough energy to do so, and he would use it on Zamasu. As we know, this is not the full real Hakai ability, it's a version of it, but it still pretty much wipes out Zamasu. But is Zamasu truly dead? No. Zamasu would still come back, and we could still see the scenes where Trunks uses the Spirit Bomb Sword, and he would kill Merge Zamasu. Now, once this is the case, Zamasu would then surround the entire universe, and this is when Goku would have no choice but to summon this version of ZENO, and of course tell him that he's a bad guy, can he kill him? and ZENO would then erase the entire future. Once when this happens, of course, they would then all return back, as then Trunks would then go to a pretty much an identical future and go back. Now, that's pretty much the end of the Goku Black arc. Really, the only difference is I incorporated some manga version, but also it's just that Goku Black's immortal. So not crazy much would happen. He wouldn't really get anything crazy. Now, going past a couple little arcs that were here and there, as we all know, we're going to go into the Tournament of Power. This is where a lot's going to change. The fact that Goku's immortal, and he also does not have much of a ki or stamina issue. He still can lose it if it's too much, but he has a lot more than before. A lot of the fighting would pretty much go the same. All the Z fighters are stronger. Everybody is, especially Gohan as well. So yeah, they would definitely pretty much overpower everybody. But once when Goku fights Jiren for the first time, this is where some things are going to change. During this time, this is when Jiren, any damage that Jiren does to Goku, Goku keeps on healing from it. But Jiren is so powerful that he easily is overpowering Goku during their fight. But Goku keeps on coming back and getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Even using perfected Super Saiyan Blue or Kaioken times 20, it does nothing against Jiren, as Jiren was far too powerful for Goku. Even though Goku's stronger than the original, it still would not be enough, as we know how powerful Jiren is. Now, once when Goku still uses the Spirit Bomb, Jiren I feel like would still overpower it, maybe a bit more effort, and it would still, Goku would fall into it, and Goku would still unlock Ultra Instinct. Once when he unlocks Ultra Instinct, this is where something's going to change. Goku here, remember his energy is much higher, so he can hold Ultra Instinct for a little bit longer, thus learning it more. And he's also, once when he loses the Ultra Instinct after fighting Jiren, it'll pretty much be the same fight as Goku has still to learn it. Goku's not really tired or injured, he's perfectly fine. So all Goku has to do is just rest for a little bit and he's okay. So the fight between Kale and Caulifla would happen a lot more differently, as Goku's not tired. So Goku can overpower them pretty easily. And even if they did do fusion, either way, Goku would overpower them. As Goku was not beat down, exhausted, and injured, he's perfectly healed, he's fine. Now the Grand Priest would take notice of Goku healing, but he's not going to say anything about it, considering the fact that maybe that's just something that Son Goku has. So pretty much everything will be the same. Now, Kefla, I do feel like would be beat by Goku, especially if you use like Perfected Blue and he's stronger. He would overpower her and defeat her. Now, a lot of the fighting would pretty much go the same, with Goku helping around, Vegeta fighting Toppo. That would happen the same. Vegeta would still showcase Blue Evolution. All that would happen the exact same. We're going to cut all the way to when Goku and Vegeta are fighting Jiren. And then, of course, Vegeta would still be knocked out, even though he's stronger. But this is when Goku would then learn to master Ultra Instinct. Now, from what we know, is that once when Goku taps into Ultra Instinct again, when Vegeta was knocked out, remember Jiren was beating Goku near the edge of the arena. Goku at this point was starting to lose energy and he was starting to get tired, as it's been a whole battle. He would tap into Ultra Instinct once more and their fight would begin. The fight would be much longer as Goku's stronger, and I do feel like near the end of the fight, Goku would then master Ultra Instinct. But this time, when he fights Jiren, a lot of the fighting would go the same, but Goku's a lot more powerful, so his Master Ultra Instinct is stronger. So he would overpower Jiren. Even when Jiren uses Limit Breaker, Goku would still not get dominated like he did in the very beginning of the fight. It would basically, be it. And then when Jiren tries to destroy his friends, Goku becomes angry and completely dominates Jiren the entire fight, beating him a lot faster. Now, Goku here, when he's over top of Jiren and he's going to knock him out the arena, Goku would not lose his Ultra Instinct. Here's why. Because he has plenty of energy, and all of his injuries are perfectly healed, and that also means that even if it did try to backfire on him, it won't happen. Because Goku's body will not give out. He has immortality. So he can stay in Master Ultra Instinct as much as he wants. He will not have the horrible side effect of him turning back to base form. Because of that, he would still knock Jiren out of the ring, and he would be declared the winner. Of course, Android 17 and Frieza were still alive, and Frieza would actually be furious as to why, well, number one, especially when Goku wishes for everything to be, all the universe to be brought back, Frieza would be irritated, but of course Whis would then bring it back to life and say it's a gift from Beerus. So of course Frieza says, oh, I'm still going to continue my evil deeds, as we all know. And yes, Goku would still pick up Frieza. That would still happen the same, of course. So pretty much the tournament of power would happen roughly the same. Not too much will really change, because just the fact that Goku's immortal and he's more powerful. And the fact that their Z Fighters are more powerful too. Vegeta would have had an easier time beating Toppo. I do feel like he probably still would have had to blow himself up, but he would not be as damaged. So he could have done a lot more better in his fights. Now, of course, we're going to cut into the Broly movie. With the Broly movie, only difference here is that Goku and Vegeta are a lot more powerful. They would fare a lot more better against Broly, but of course Broly would overpower them. Now, remember Goku's immortal, he can fight Broly longer. There could go two routes. You could have Gogeta, or you could have Goku go Master Ultra Instinct against Broly. The either two ways, Broly would still be defeated, but he would still be wished back to Planet Vampa by Chi Lai, where he was kept alive and safe. Now, Goku would of course befriend Broly, and of course the two would start training together, and as we know, they went to Beerus' world. Now, if we do go into the superhero movie, obviously Goku is training with Beerus and Broly and Vegeta. The only difference here is that Vegeta would not have beaten Goku in their last fight, because Goku's immortal, he'll be fine. Now, if we cut into the Moro arc, a lot of the Moro arc would definitely change, especially near the end. I do still feel like the energy absorption thing would still happen, of course, so they would still get overpowered by the magic, but at the same time, near the end, especially when Goku fights Moro and he's a Master Ultra Instinct, and he learned to perfect Ultra Instinct, well, not perfect, but once when he learned from Beerus. By the way, Goku can train harder under Beerus, and in general, because he's immortal, he can fight more. When he fights Moro, when Moro punches a hole through his chest, from what we know, obviously Goku would survive it, get back up, get his Zenkai, and he would still overpower Moro and still destroy the World Eater. Just Goku would not get as beat up this time, and everybody's more powerful, so Moro would definitely not be as dominating figure as he was. Now, cutting into the Granola arc is when some things are going to change. Now, this is when Granola fights Goku and Vegeta, he is still more powerful. Of course, he wished for it, but his life force is a little bit less, because obviously they're stronger, but not a massive deal. Now, once when he fights Goku and Vegeta, Goku kept on regenerating, so he actually fought Granola, and after getting his Zenkai after Zenkai, I do still feel like he would overpower Granola. Now, once near the end of that, by the way, Vegeta still has Ultra Ego. Goku would still figure out True Ultra Instinct. That happens the same, especially when Gas appears. Now, Gas would wish for to be his strongest mortal, which would make him even stronger than before, but at the cost that his life force drains even faster than last time. So, once when Goku fights him, of course, now Goku's immortal, he can continue fighting. He would overpower Gas, and Gas would burn himself out, of course, as he would lose his life force and turn to dust. As remember, it was just too much on him. As he's trying to power up and overpower Goku, it's destroying his life force. So, Gas would still lose. Now, of course, with that said, that is it for the arcs. I decided to do the series as you guys really enjoyed it. Sorry the video is not as long as it is, just because we just kind of glossed over some of the super arcs, as most of it would happen the exact same. Now, I hope you guys enjoy it though. Stay tuned for the movie, as after this, I am going to be finishing up the King Kai. So because of this, make sure to check out the live streams and also check out the community page, where I will be posting very soon for you guys to post your comments for the next what if idea, and the most popular ones that I see. By the way, like the person's comment so I can figure out which ones are the most popular. When that's the case, I'll post it on the vote, and whoever wins shall be shouted out on the video. But anyway, that is it for this video, you guys. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoy the series. Thank you all for the support, and I'll talk to you all later.